earlier, but oh, it's so exciting. I just have to tell you, I just have to brag about this group. It has just been the blast. This has been one of my favorite professional days of my entire career. This group is just so much fun to work with. We've had a lot of really special moments, haven't we? Yeah. Like we've just had a lot of fun getting to know each other and just kind of making music together. This next piece is October, and this is Eric Whitaker is the composer, and October is his favorite month. So he wrote an entire piece on the month of October. And what I hope that you hear through this is the beginning, hearing wind kind of going through the leaves, right? It's kind of the start of the month, and then leaves kind of start to fall, and you hear different colors. You hear kind of an orange kind of color in the music, and then the season kind of changes, and you can kind of hear a sunset, near the end of the piece. And I don't want to tell you where, because that would be like too much information, but I hope that you can, imagine that, envision that. So other things too, before I get too distracted with all the music, there are a few people that I want to thank, and a couple of, mentions that I want to mention. Community of Laurel, thank you so much for welcoming us into your town, welcoming me into your town, and allowing this to happen. So for the community, thank you so much. Rhonda Burkhardt, where are you? You're probably back there, I don't know. Rhonda's amazing. Not only has she been helping out with just any questions I have, but the hospitality room, she got us food. She got us food. My voice is starting to run out. I've been talking a lot for the last couple of days, I apologize. But thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you. Laurel Middle School and High School, thank you for allowing us to take over your space. And thanks to the administration here as well. It takes a good administration to allow these things to happen. Believe it or not, sometimes people can take that for granted. So thank you for all the admin that's here. I've met some of you, and or at least one of you, the assistant principal, whose name I don't know, but she was part of this Eastern A competition when she was younger too. So thank you if you're here. I don't know if you're here, but thank you. And thanks to the directors. All the directors are just such good human beings. So thank you for doing what you do. And I'll tell you this, Montana has it figured out with music. I've been saying it all day. Absolutely. They have it figured out. People support each other. The mass band A and the mass band B, those are massive groups, hence the name, right? But you're able to make it work, and everybody. By the way, yesterday we also had the band festival where we observed. I was one of the adjudicators, and all the groups were just wonderful to listen to, and they're so musical, and everybody's supporting each other. All the bands are watching the other bands. That doesn't happen everywhere. Montana really does have a lot of this stuff figured out. That even in Oregon, I'm taking notes, and I'm oh, I want to do that with our district. Oh, that would be so cool to do this with our district. So don't take that for granted. Don't take that for granted, Laurel. You have a really cool thing going. And to further that, and I'm talking to students, all students in the audience, everybody here they already heard it, but I'm going to say it again. Don't leave your music classes. Don't ever leave your music classes. Ever. Don't do it. I still remember when I did honor band and when I did the same kind of percussion ensemble thing when I was in school district 2, because I grew up in Billings, and I was part of that, and I still remember it to this day, and it's so important. So stay in your music classes, even if you're I'm not sure I can make it work with my schedule. There is always a way to make it work. Always, there's always a way. Thank you, this is October.